What's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new episode of Profiling Passionate People. I'm your host, Sam Ladvinka. Oh, man. You hear that music? If you're a diehard Jeff Hardy and Hardy Boys and Matt Hardy fan like I am, you already know we're going to be talking some WWE. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you one of my really good friends who's a diehard WWE fan, Mr. Albert Fernandez, Mr. Ka-Pow, Kapowski, probably related to my crush in high school, Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell, but Mr. Ka-Pow is here.
Yes.
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Everything's good, man. Just being me. And, I'm one of these guys where I grew up in WWE, but where it all started, man, it all started in WCW, man.
Oh,
that's where it all started, man. I was a fan of Goldberg. Goldberg was the shit. Sting was the shit. Mysterio, Juventud Guerrero. I mean, the list goes on and on. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall.
Yeah.
And that's where it all started. But then after that, for me, man, it when the two collided and, you had The Undertaker and everybody was leaving and Bret was going, Macho Man was going, and all these guys were going. And then when WCW bought WWE bought WCW, it was just awesome. And Goldberg was the shit. That's where it all started for me, man. But then, like I said, for you, like when the TLC came apart, TLC, you got the Hardys, the Dudleys, the Edges, the Rocks, the Austins, the list goes on and on. That's where it all started. And then, I started doing research on it. And then after that, that's when WWF came along and I started doing research on Andre the Giant, Macho Man. I started, Benoit,
Soul Man,
Ultimate Warrior. Yeah, Perfect, Boss Man, Bam Bam. I was one of these guys where I did my research. I had to.
Absolutely. And that's
everybody has to do their research. Where they come from, how did they start? And I was, of course, Bobby the Brain Heenan. He managed everybody. He managed Perfect. He managed Andre. He managed Big Stud. He managed Big Bundy. He managed mostly everybody. And I was like, I got to get into this. Yeah. So I did my research. I watched it on my computer. And that's when it got hugged. And then when Roman Reigns came, I was like, this guy's a beast.
Yep.
This guy's like fucking, I don't know what he's built as. But then, when Brock came along, that was it, man. Brock is like, fuck, what is he made out of? And I was hicked right there. And then, we start off with the women. I mean, of course, Ronda, of course, Becky, of course, Sasha, of course, Belair, Lita, Trish, Tori, Jacqueline,
Mickey
China,
James.
of course, Mickey James. And for me, man, that's what all started. And then, history went down. And then I started listening about like DDP's story, how he came up in WCW, how the WCW fought with NWO in the crowd. And that's where it all started for me, man.
It's all it's all iconic. And you mentioned so many great generations and from the tables, ladders, and chairs, the TLC matches to the Hell in the Cells. And there's just so many legends that are across the board. But I just remember being back home in San Francisco and my mom wasn't really for it, but I had a Goldberg little plush doll. And when they came out with those, it's like, I need to have those along with my Rock'em Sock'em Poppers. And just this whole world wrestling entertainment is just, it's gone on forever. And Vince McMahon is the guy to thank for that and just starting it all. And, just seeing all these live events in person, it's just so amazing. And I have a nice relationship with Kelly. I've always had a love and obsession for like Tori Wilson, Mickey James, but of course I got to go with Matt and Jeff Hardy. Those were my guys growing up. But obviously you remember my picture with Roman Reigns. I know,
of course, I saw your picture with Roman, with
Shane McMahon.
Shane McMahon, yeah, man. And then, for me in the Attitude Era, it was, the Rockers, it was Animal and Hawk. I mean, for me, it was what other tag teams were there? There were
D-Generation X.
Of course, the Legion of Doom. The Legion of Doom is the tag team that killed it for me. DX. I was like, these guys are just monsters.
Yeah.
And then when he went after Hulk Hogan, I was like, that's the match that we need to see. And we saw it. And he beat him. But it was the Legion of Doom and everybody else, man. And then there was like I said, Tito Santana. Tito Santana was just amazing. And then you have the other guy that was his tag team partner that sprayed that thing in Jake the Snake's eye, and Jake the Snake was blind. Oh man, it was this. Yeah,
I mean that's the fun with WWE though. I mean, it's all crazy. There's blood, there's spit, there's slapping, there's jumping from 30-foot ladders. But I love the era of D-Generation X with Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Like, if you ain't down with us, then you can. We'll keep it sent. Well, okay, thank you.
Yeah, there we go. But that's the tag team that I would love to see. I mean, if that tag team came back, I would like to see that tag team with Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. I think that's the matchup that I would love to see. Of Dean Ambrose came back to WWE. I know we know he's in AEW, but like I said, AEW is the thing I'm watching now because I'm watching both shows. I want to see what's going on. Who are they bringing in? I mean, like, look at AEW right now. You brought in Rusev. You brought in Big Show. You brought in Punk.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan just came back. Yeah,
Braun Strowman might even sign there.
I would love to see Braun Strowman be one of the biggest headliners for them because if anyone's trying to get these hands, Braun Strowman, that's a bad boy.
Yeah, and then you got Mark Henry too.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh man,
Hall of Famer Mark Henry.
Of course,
going to AEW where he can probably solidify another Hall of Fame career there.
I think that's my wrestling show right now. My favorite out of WWE, because WWE is just going. I'm sorry, I love it, but it's just going downhill. It's making me mad because he's getting rid of all the top stars that he brought in.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Now you have to compete with them.
Yeah.
And you're losing.
Yeah.
And it's all because of Cody Rhodes and the manager.
Yep. Management, and obviously with the fans now coming back, and you try to headline, okay, which person will be better on this show, and jumping around from Friday Night Smackdown to Monday Night Raw.
Right.
And when things aren't happening, obviously, like yourself, you're gonna have the viewers be upset, and it's gonna make their eyes go elsewhere.
Yeah. I mean, and look at Bobby right now. Bobby's like undefeated, just like Roman. And that's everybody wants to see Bobby versus Goldberg. But let's see Bobby versus Reigns.
Oh, that would be a great match.
I mean, if you're bringing back Brock, let's see Bobby versus Roman. I mean, who's the big powerhouse? You say one has a spear, the other one has a spear. Well, bring all challenges. That's what I say. Bring any challenge to him. If you want to see Brock, see Bobby.
Yeah,
see Bobby.
I mean, I was watching Bobby Lashley back in, I think it was like 2008 when I had got back into wrestling, and Bobby Lashley looks exactly the same, if not more fit 12, 13 years later.
He's just a freaking animal, Sullivan. Let's just put it that way. He's an animal. He's like, I'm the lion and you're
one.
But yeah, like I said, he's just an animal. I mean, he takes all challenges. I mean, he beat Drew McIntyre. Who else is on Raw that we know that he could beat? I mean,
the whole lineup.
A whole lineup. Sheamus. I mean, everybody. Edge.
The return of Edge. Yeah.
Yeah, return of Edge. I mean, but look at Edge. When Edge I was so proud of that dude. When that dude came out as the Brood by himself with the glasses, I was like, he's going somewhere else.
Yeah.
He's in another area, but he's taking it back because, like I said, he was in the Brood. Hardys were in the Brood,
Yeah.
and then and now you got I mean, they're bringing people from all over the globe, China, Mexico, everywhere. Like I said, Mysterio, one of my favorites. I love Mysterio. I love Sin Cara. I love Mysterio brought his son in, Dominic.
Yeah.
Now he's in it. I mean, and then Goldberg, like he's gonna bring his son in wrestling. I mean, who's next? And then you got, like I said, Rock's daughter, Nick Foley's daughter.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ric Flair's daughter's doing
Ric
great.
Flair's daughter.
Charlotte Flair.
It's like, it's a list of people. And it's hard to keep up with all these people because they want what they want. They want gold. They want that belt. And that belt means something to them. There it is. It's that belt. It's all about that belt. Who can take that belt off of them?
Yeah. I'm curious.
And then you got the primetime players too. I mean, they want to be champions. So we're gonna see some belts changes either at Clash of Champions or Extreme Rules or somewhere down the line.
Yeah, I mean, SummerSlam just ended, and you had John Cena back. You got Brock Lesnar coming back. Becky came back.
Yeah,
she was actually a really cool person in person. When I took that photo with her, obviously I was leaking, but Becky's really cool. The man.
Yeah, she's awesome, man. And that's the person. That's the person I want to meet. Is her and Ronda. Ronda. I would love to see Ronda come back. I mean, she's just. I mean, when she did MMA and they were like, we want her, she's killed it. She's killed it. She's earned my respect now.
So speaking of belts and memorabilia, I know your shirt, because obviously I couldn't fit into mine. Who you got on? Ooh.
Roman. I got Roman. I mean, I respect him now, but I think, like I said, sooner or later, Paul Heyman is going to turn on him and go with Brock Lesnar. Because Brock's gonna come back. He's gonna take that belt, and they're gonna match up between Brock and Goldberg because they want to do a storyline with that. So we don't know who's next for Roman after when he gets that belt off of him.
Hopefully, Lashley.
Hopefully,
I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that one. I'm willing to see that. So,
well, I heard Brock, he signed for 8 matches. So. One of those matches could be with Bobby.
It could be as well. And like you said, Paul Heyman has history with Brock Lesnar. He was Brock Lesnar's dingleberry, and obviously right now he's managing Roman Reigns. So it's to be determined, and it's only a matter of time for Heyman to turn on Roman Reigns and go back to his master in Brock Lesnar. Yeah. So I'm curious though. So other than this, I know you got a lot of shirts. What about WWE belts?
I definitely want to get that Universal Championship belt, the blue one. That's the one I'm saving up for. I mean, but there's other things I get when I go. Of course, I get other wrestling shirts, and I get the books. But for me, man, I'm gonna save up because I'm gonna go to Hollywood, and Hollywood is where I'm gonna get WrestleMania. Yeah, I'm gonna get the season. I'm gonna get the season pass, man. I'm gonna go backstage and probably take some pictures and I'll text it to you or show it to you when you come over. But eventually, I'm gonna watch WrestleMania in Dallas. That's the one I'm really interested in because I want to see that card. That's the card I want to see who's on it. Like who can impress me? Who makes me impressed?
Yeah,
and I want to see you impress me.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of in-person fights, and that scenery and that atmosphere is crazy. But I remember when I would get these, they were at Walmart for like $15-$20. And I think I had probably 20 of them when I was about 16 or 17. And this is the only one that made it. My nickname in high school was Laddie V. So
of course,
I got to throw up the United States Championship right there. But if you did get a belt, would you get the John Cena spinning one, or you just want the universal?
I might do that. I might, because when I was watching Brock and Goldberg and Roman, I didn't realize that they played football. So I would study them. Yeah, they did a documentary on all three of them, and I didn't realize that they played football. Yep. So I was like, let me look into it, and I didn't realize all three of them played football.
Yeah, nice.
But football, that's what they did, and then I studied it. And after when I studied it, then they were like, "What's next?" Well, wrestling is next. Yeah, let's get into it. So I'm pretty sure, like I said, they had to get in shape. They had to be who they wanted to be. But when I see them hurt people, it's like, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm not gonna kill you. I'm gonna murder you. That's how bad it was. But I mean, like I said, Macho Man had to be my favorite, man. Macho Man with Elizabeth. And Elizabeth, we got to talk about Elizabeth. Elizabeth was one of these people where, like, oh, she's pretty. Oh, wait, she has nice eyes. Oh, we might have her manage Macho Man. And then when she managed Macho, I was like, 2 thumbs up. Let's do it. I loved it. And then you had like Undertaker back in the day. You had Ted DiBiase, but I like Ted DiBiase because Ted DiBiase, when he was on that mic, he was mad. He was like, I'm coming. But I liked him so much, man. He had a team. He got a team together in Survivor Series, and that was my favorite pay-per-view out of all time. Survivor Series. Every time Survivor Series came Thanksgiving. Yeah. I'm interested. Who's on the card? Oh, Hogan. Oh, Piper. Who does Hogan have? Oh, what teams? And I always wanted to see what teams are next. Yeah. Now it's completely different. Now you got ladies as teams, you got men as teams. What's next? Yeah.
And that's a great question, because that's what WWE loves doing to us is they love leaving us like, okay, what is going to happen next? And that's the excitement that builds up more and more. But yeah, man, I'm just really happy for you, because I really want you to experience that down here in LA with WrestleMania.
I will. I'm going to come down to Dallas for sure.
Yeah, I'll probably join you. So, because I want to see that in person as well.
Please do.
All right, Ka-Pow, really appreciate you, my friend, my brother.
I love you too, Sullivan.
And I'm sure we'll be seeing you more here very soon. So until then, he's the Ka-Pow. I'm Solomon, and that's why he's passionate about his WWE. Until then, guys, catch you guys next time, all right?
All right, bye.